A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this collective session. Let's hear what Divine wants you to know today. Because this is a collective reading, I'm addressing a group of star seeds, twin flames, light workers. These are advanced souls and they are here to contribute on this planet, and therefore sometimes they face a lot of challenging situations in their life, which is, I think, a theme of this planet. So don't lose hope, guys. There's a lot of progress that you guys have been experiencing. So the first thing that I want to say to you is that always look at the progress. Now let's get started and let's dive deep into this. As per one of the key integral messages, so there are a couple of messages in this channeling, but one of them is that this person has progressed so much that they can finally now recognize different types of people. And I'm not talking about just people, even energies, and some have advanced to such a great level that they can also recognize demonic agents, they can recognize devilish people, they can recognize the people with the extraterrestrial energy or the EBEs. They can even recognize, good people, nice people. Okay, this person is more worldly world, more householder. This person is, more connected to the higher realm. So just by talking to someone for a bit, they can recognize, this person is this type of a person. And this has obviously happened because they had so many different experiences with people. Currently, I'm also being shown that this person is very thankful to God, and now they're looking forward to what's ahead. There was a time when they were really upset and they were more like, why do I have to go through this? Why did I meet these type of people? Why did they, trouble me so much, gave me so many sleepless nights, and I was so hurt? Why all of that happened to me? Instead of that, now they are like, well, it's actually very good that I met these people, because they have started learning to take their power back from others. They no longer give or believe in giving their power to anyone else. So this is a very solid foundation to be on, a very solid place emotionally, mentally, even logically to be on. Also, because of whatever has happened, this person has strengthened their empathetic energy because of the narcissism in their life, because of other people's narcissism, because of their own narcissistic programming, and because of whatever they were attracting in their life. The narcissistic people were sucking out their energy, they were soaking in a lot of their goodness, and no matter what they were doing, they were feeling drained. So now they are the same people, whosoever I'm reading for, have become extremely intuitive. Their intuition power has gone to a great level. Maybe when you connect to the correct messages that are meant for you, that uplift you, that tell your story more than telling other people's story or justifying other people's story, you can expect, or you can maybe understand that your intuition power is working much better because it's working in your favor now. So yes, that's a very great thing if it's happening to you. And on a serious note, I would like to say that isn't it the reason why we are all here? To polish our intuition and to strengthen our gifts and to accept ourselves as who we are. Another thing I'm being shown that it could be possible that when you were advancing, when you were growing, these demonic agents started looking for vessels around you, weak people around you, not nice people around you, just to pull you down by their comments, by their words. They usually do that. Usually demonic agents, this is how they work. For example, if you live with a bunch of people, they will look for those people who are the weakest in terms of spiritual prowess or spiritual maturity. Those people who are more connected to the flesh, very much connected to the materialistic world and the pleasures of the physical. They always choose and pick those people because somehow those people also have that confident streak going on. So they'll pick those people and they will use them. They will manipulate those people as well, because see, anybody who's too much into materialistic world is not in touch with their spirit. That's why they are literally like clones, and anybody can convert them into a vessel, but they're not a great vessel for the divine, because divine always needs people who have faith, people who are godly, whereas evil energy or demonic energy believes purely in destruction. And most materialistic people, knowingly or unknowingly, are always doing something or the other that causes destruction in other people's life and their own. The first thing they do is they have very less or zero connection with nature and its beings. So every day, throughout the day, they only buy and eat stuff, or they only basically pump in resources and energy that consist of food or clothes or lifestyle, which is full of cruelty of many sorts, which they may not even realize. So this makes them a good vessel for demonic agents, and that's why we always tell, even in our inner work, that first and foremost, if you meet people, if you have a lot of people who are materialistic and you are the spiritual one, then please don't take whatever they tell you personally, because they themselves are not spiritually mature. They themselves don't know what they are doing or what they're saying to you. They are still very much far in their journey towards source, but I'm sure they're trying, or they could be here simply to release the karmic baggages, but it's nothing to do with you. A lot of people take other people's rejection and other people's mean words and even their control in their life as something wrong is happening to them, as in to the one who's witnessing this type of behavior. Now, my suggestion to you and my strong recommendation to you is that just because you don't fit into a place, just because you don't get along with certain type of people, does not mean that you lack in anything. Does not mean that something is wrong with you. You don't have to feel guilty and ashamed of whatever you're doing. You've gone through that feeling for way too long, and you deserve to get out of it ASAP. So in this channeling, I do sense that the people who are listening could have moved themselves away from getting influenced by the materialistic people or people who are not that spiritually mature. Because of you taking your power back in your own hands, and because of you becoming a person who is not getting affected or impacted by other people's negativity, another great thing that's happening in your life is your overall phase of detachment. Now, if you have heard or watched my previous videos, I've been active on YouTube for a long time, and even if you've read the book In the Name of Love, you will notice that the most important thing in terms of getting into union is detachment with the worldly world or the materialistic world. If you want to get into union within, with source and with true unconditional love, and then be able to witness it everywhere outside of you, you have to detach with the false reality. And I sense a strong feeling that a lot of people who are in this process of transmutation and transformation are actually more and more detached, a lot more detached, like a lotus plant. And that is so important, because lotus is also a magical flower, and if you notice, most of the Hindu gods and goddesses, they are always seated on a lotus flower. So it's very important to understand what's the symbolic message behind it. The message is very clear that all these divine beings, gods and goddesses, and even higher beings, they also use lotus to move. Astral projection is also one of the things that they use lotus for, and lotus also denotes a dimension. My dear friends, so the presence of lotus is having a deep meaning and interpretation. It actually means that whosoever is seated on the lotus is as detached as the lotus flower, and because of this, they develop powers that can help them travel from one dimension to another without getting affected by whatever is happening in those dimensions. Doesn't matter it's good or bad. So my friends, due to this type of detachment, what they're also going through is that they're able to detach themselves from toxic relationships, and even in case of twin flames, they had maybe a huge sense of attachment with somebody, and now they feel that love with attachment is not even love. So I need to love with attachment is not even love. So I need to get out of this attachment. Attachment in Hindi means moh. So this type of love is very unhealthy type of love. So getting into that level of emotional intelligence is also a huge achievement in the twin flame ascension journey. So I want to congratulate you, anyone who has reached this level of detachment. I want to tell you that you're doing great. Please be proud of yourself and this achievement that you have found. Also, this channeling is not only pointing you towards people who have taken your energy just to be your romantic partners. No, there could be others who are connected to the romantic partners, maybe the mother of the lover, the sister, the brother, the father. Usually in the case of females, we see other feminine energy getting very jealous of them, very envious of them, whosoever it could be, mother, sister, best friend. They always have some kind of a thing against them. And not only they face this from their lovers side in their department, but they also face it in their own lives. In their own lives also, they've never had loyal friends or siblings or family members who've stood by them through thick and thin. In fact, most of them would actually always create some or the other issue. As long as they are usable, everybody is going to be nice to them. But the day they feel they have no use or they cannot fulfill certain commitments or responsibilities, they are going to discard them. They have seen people discarding them from time to time and even bringing them back when they were required. So now they have detached themselves from this painful experience, and they've realized that love is something which has to have a solid foundation and it has to pass the test of time. So I personally feel that this channeling is also like a milestone channeling for a lot of people if you are resonating with it. For those who are resonating, I also want to add one more thing to it, that whosoever came into your life and took you through this turmoil or took you through this experience actually was sent to you via a contract, and they had to be a contributor in you gaining this milestone and gaining this place of peace. Of course, whosoever is experiencing this, I don't need to tell them how they reached to this point and how much gratitude they have, because yes, I am actually being shown with these cards that whosoever it is, they feel a lot of gratitude and they have developed the attitude of gratitude because they've started enjoying themselves now. They've started enjoying their company, or maybe they've started attracting people who are like them, which they never thought that they would. Now that they are going through these wonderful experiences and these gifts, they do realize that if by doing all of this inner work, if I can develop so much peace, because at the end of the day, everybody on this planet, whosoever it is, they need only peace of mind. In the materialistic world, people have maybe everything, all the things, all the material things, but what they don't have is peace of mind. Couple of interesting things that I'm being told about these people is that they have a very classy and very cool sense of dressing, and I think this is a really good thing. These people are stylish dressers. See, classy and stylish dressers. So they've started enjoying their company. They've started feeling comfortable with their body, with how they look. Maybe they had a problem. They never accepted themselves or their looks. Some of them are very good looking, but they never saw themselves. And now they look at the mirror and they go like, I look very good. I never saw myself looking this good ever. Or they've started feeling so much love within themselves. And I'm also being given that they are not alone. You're not alone. And they feel it. They feel that, yes, it's not necessary that if you are similar type of people, you have to be under the same roof. There are so many beautiful souls on this planet, just like me, who have gone through so much and who are doing so well now. So definitely I'm not alone, and I should rejoice that. I'm also being shown that they have the eagle spirit now. Vishnu's Garud being shown in this card, or the energy of this card. Vishnu's Vahan. Vishnu used to have two Vahans. He still has two Vahans. One is Sheshnag. Sheshnag you see in many places with him, and the second is Garud. So eagle spirit is very important in the twin flame ascension journey, because eagle spirit is the thing, or is the energy that helps you soar really high in the open skies and feel like a mighty bird who has so much power, energy and enthusiasm, and also a very sharp eye. People with the eagle spirit are really good watchers, and watchers have always been around on this planet, always been around. So sunlight heals them. I don't know if you can see or not. Either they have spiritual tattoos, or these people could be extremely interested in getting one or getting more spiritual tattoos. They have started realizing the deep meaning behind so many things. They've started reading into pictures and symbolism. They can differentiate or filter out subliminal messages also. Even when they watch television or movies, they can literally see, oh my God, this is a subliminal message. This is heavy programming, because heavy programming has also been given to me, which means that they can wade their way out of situations and people and places which are heavily programmed. It also is possible, my dear friends, that these toxic people, or you can say false twins, karmic connections, karmic relationships, toxic friends, narcissistic parents, narcissistic family members, they have all contributed in creating partners in your life who possess the same energy. And you would not have done any sort of research or any sort of work on yourself, and you would not have had the desire to go look for unconditional love or the meaning of true love. Because of these people, you have now started figuring out what true love really means. So whether they were a catalyst or whether they are genuine partners for you, in future you'll find out with time and more inner work. At least now you've started enjoying your life and started accepting who you are, and that's extremely important. If you don't change your feelings, then how will you change your reality? So these people came in your life so that you can find yourself experiencing true unconditional love, or at least the meaning of what true unconditional love is all about. Extremely important thing is to also understand that your heart chakra is the most important chakra eventually, because when all of the chakras have started merging in their energies, heart chakra expands fully like an open disc. Okay, so I still remember there was a time when I had painted huge painting of heart chakra, and I didn't even know why I did that. Like, it was an automatic painting. This painting I think I made in 2015 or 2015. I think it was 2015 or 2014. I'm still not sure, but it was during that time. So when I made the heart chakra painting, I started studying a lot about heart chakra, and I recommend you guys also do that. So very interestingly, when the chakra system starts working, it doesn't work always in a linear straight line. It works like the bottom chakra. The bottom chakra is the root chakra. The Muladhara chakra gives energy to your crown chakra. Your third eye chakra, the Ajna chakra, gives energy to your sacral chakra. Or both of them, vice versa, from here to here. This is how it works, like this. Solar plexus will be connected to your throat chakra. That's why they say that when people connect with their inner confidence, they are able to also speak about things that they earlier could not speak about. So solar plexus is also very important in terms of helping you communicate through your throat chakra. And then eventually, when all of this happens in the center, we have the heart chakra. The heart chakra starts getting energy from all of these places, and you start experiencing love in the most beautiful and magnificent manner. So if your heart chakra is blocked, or it was blocked before you met this person who had such an impact in your life, then you most definitely have to understand that they came in your life to unblock that stuck up energy, or that heavily programmed blocked energy, so that you can experience love. So yes, we can express gratitude to those people if they're still in blocked energies, because they could be having a contract with you, and maybe just the way they gave you this kick or this jolt or this soul shock, you will also in some way or the other give them that soul shock, and then maybe their heart chakra space will also awaken. It could be possible that these people could be materialistically very sound. They could be having very strong sacral chakra. They could be attracting a lot of men and women in their life, or they could be having a strong foundation, so they never have to worry about money or finances, or they have a lot of things that you probably did not have directly. Now, that's why sometimes God sends people to us where your higher chakras could be functioning really well. Maybe your intuition was working very well. Maybe you have a open crown chakra, which is quite rare. Your third eye is working very well. Or maybe you are connected to your solar plexus already, but if the work needs to be done. But these people whose lower chakras are in good shape and your higher chakras are in good shape, some kind of combination is very helpful in the long run. So maybe in the past, because of all these blockages or because of lack of growth and spiritual maturity, you were having a lot of arguments with these people, whosoever was in your life, or you always felt that nobody loves me, nobody understands me, and every time people would not give you what you really required from them, the nurturing, the affection, the love, you would either take that rejection or even the feeling of getting ignored too personally and feel horrible about it, or you would think that the other people are at fault because they are not able to deliver love to me or acceptance to me. And I just explained this point that these people could be materialistically very sound, or they could not even know that you are facing some of the third world problems. Like in their reality, those problems don't even exist. They don't even think about it. Like if they have to go somewhere to meet a person for a date, they would probably book a ticket, they'll find a nice hotel, find a restaurant, and they'll probably meet those people or that person, that specific person. Maybe they did that for you as well. However, it's just an example, okay? There are different examples for different people. So this is like an example, you all can relate with it. But if they expect the same from you, and say it's a billionaire or a millionaire that you're dating, and you're like thinking, oh, I need to pay this month's rent, or I need to get the groceries going, or I need to, pay the bills. Maybe even going to a fancy restaurant at a certain time of the month is not basically a part of your lifestyle, because you could be struggling at that time financially, or you could be, going through the root chakra blocks. So how do you explain to this person? You don't want to get embarrassed, because I know that a lot of people who are in the spiritual ascension journey, in Hindi we have a word called khuddar. Khuddar means somebody who does not like to take favors from other people, or they don't like to share their problems with other people. They will quietly go through the problems, but they will not tell the world that I need this, I need that. And that's a wonderful quality to have. In the long run, it always helps. It always makes a person grow, because they're okay to go through the challenges or the problems, but they're not okay to take favors from others, even if their partners or anybody who's dating is offering them fancy stuff, or travel destination tickets or a cool lifestyle. They still feel that no, I don't want to take it, I don't want to use anyone. Maybe in some cases you could think that that's a bit extreme, but maybe, as I said, there could be times when they are offering a lot to you and you feel that, what about me giving it back to them? If they are planning to buy me presents or giving me, or they've already given you some presents, then even I should give something to them. Or if they always talk about going for fancy vacations or fancy places, shouldn't I also plan things accordingly? So they have those things in their mind, but at the same time, they're not materialistically very excited also. It's not that they are purposely doing certain things. The thing is that they are more drawn towards spiritual ascension and awakening than anything else. But the people who have taken the power away from them, those people are not thinking on the same lines. Oh, spiritual ascension, what is that? Oh, what's Twinflame? Oh, what's ascension? Oh, what's healing? What's releasing the blocks? What's even chakra system? Like, what is a chakra, they would say. What does that even mean? From which world do you get all this information? I didn't read this in schools. We don't know about this. Oh, you must be delusional. You're just seeing things, or you're just reading into lame stuff, which doesn't even matter. So all of these things, when it happens on a regular basis, it can bring a person's morale down, because materialistically they were feeling challenged, and emotionally people are not supporting them, and especially those who you expect so much from, that at least this person should, understand me or whatever I'm going through. So all of this had taken down these people's confidence, these people's happiness. For some time they were in a dark night because they were so confused that, am I wrong? Am I wrong or right, or are these people wrong or right? And for a lot of people, these type of videos and these type of messages don't get unlocked till they cross a level. Like personally, when I was struggling in dark nights, I didn't even know what a dark night was for a long time. But once I started getting out of it, and once I started working my way out, and I needed to know the terminology, I needed to know the words, what was happening, and I'm sure this is the case with a lot of you, suddenly you would find a video, suddenly you would find something which literally matches with your situation, and you're like, oh my god, this is exactly what I've been going through, or this is exactly what I have gone through in the past, so this is what it means. And all of this taking away of energy or taking away of your strength, your core beliefs, does not happen without you going through some kind of a war or some kind of a conflict with the people you love, the people you like so much, the people you are so fond of. But when they are not on the same page with you, and it can also break so many people's confidence at that point in time, because they thought that this is the one for me. Or even when some other people are involved, like a best friend or a colleague or family members, siblings. Love is love, guys. Love is love. We feel love for all of our people. It's not only we feel love for the romantic connections. So when a lot of times people go through heartbreaks and painful situations, it's because their own people had hurt them. Their own people had betrayed their trust. So because of that, they took away the confidence which you have now taken back. Your own power is back with you now. Last but not the least, it's about ego. Having ego battles with you, or keeping in their own ego, self-respect, whichever word they want to use for it, because for them it's their self-respect. And if you do it, it's your ego. But actually, it's opposite. It's vice versa. For you, it was always self-respect. And for them, it was always their public image or social image, how they come across to other people, how you make them feel. So they placed their image or the money or any other such materialistic thing to be above love and above you. And so I think that raised a lot of questions in your mind also, especially when you're stepping out of dark night of the soul and entering into surrender. We all usually surrender when we realize that there's no point wasting so much energy, there's no point brooding so much, crying so much, there's no point taking everything so personally. So yes, this channeling confirms that by taking them off of that place that you put them on. We all do that, guys. There's nothing to feel bad about. We all have done it at some point or the other. We have placed people in such high pedestals, in such high platforms and places. We've actually replaced them with God and with Source. And that's why when they show us this type of betrayal, it really hurts. But somewhere it also helps us to ascend and to realize that nobody is perfect on this planet. Hence, they don't deserve to be worshipped like God. So, all I can say here is that whosoever is resonating with this channeling eventually is in a good place. There is obviously a lot of inner work to be done. But now these people will enjoy inner work much more. And let me tell you, there's also a misconception that only the masculines go through matrix inner work and feminines don't. Well, actually, when we start getting into blended energies, we experience both masculine and feminine energies at full play. So sometimes it could be possible that the certain lessons that you learn via matrix inner work help you understand everything more practically. So even the feminines, when they do a role reversal or when they enter the blended energy phase, they understand that they need to take people off that place, the altar. The altar is only for God. The altar is only for Source. And that should be the case all the time. Nobody can give you love and affection and presence and progress, prosperity the way source will. Anything which is opposite to source will only cause destruction. And if you can recognize this aspect of life, I think you will go places, because as I keep saying, ascension is a lifestyle, inner work is a lifestyle, it never stops. But with time, our own urge and our own excitement towards growth and inner work becomes more and more. So I will see you soon in another one. For your personal situations, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com after checking out the description box. And kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because I use spiritual tools and modalities to help people get rid of their rigid, chronic, age-old blocks during therapies, deep therapy sessions that go on for a couple of months also. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.